Before I forget, there we go. Let's keep the recording going. All right, so you're sitting nice and comfortably, again, in any which way that works for you. And from there, you can start off by allowing your eyes to close already for a moment. So we're just kind of shutting off the external environment, the external world, and we're slowly starting to make our way inward. And we're going to start observing our breath. So just noticing the inhalation, noticing the exhalation. And noticing how you're able to manipulate the breath so that you can make the inhalations a little longer and the exhalations a little longer. Smooth, easy breaths. Inhaling, exhaling. Once you've found that nice smooth rhythm where the breath just travels up and down, you can then start to notice this gentle pause or the slight pause at the end of your inhalation. Watch the exhalation and notice your pause at the end of your exhalation. Again, following the inhalation, noticing the natural pause at the end of your inhalation. And exhaling and watching or noticing that natural pause at the end of your exhalation. So observing the 4 parts to a full cycle of breath. As we work with our postures this evening, we're going to see if we can continue focusing onto those 4 parts of the breath. Just focusing on the change that we experience after we've inhaled and pause after the inhalation. Noticing the change we experience as we exhale. Noticing the change of the pause as we hold the breath after our exhalation. And again, noticing the change of when that pause moves to an inhalation. And they all have slightly different energies to them. What you might find, and again, it can be different for everyone, but you may find that on the inhalation, there's a little bit more a sense of expansion, a sense of growing, a sense of expanding. So if you're filling a cup and the pause at the end of your inhalation, there's a sense of holding, being full and being held. There's kind of that space and that realm of complete possibility opening to you. And then with each exhalation, you may feel that there's a release, a letting go, a softening. And at the end of the exhalation, when you pause again, you might notice that there's an emptiness, where there's nothing, there's stillness, quietness. And then you may find again that as you inhale, there's a feeling of filling and aliveness and growth. Noticing the change within the breath. And there might be a part that you connect with a little more easily this evening. There's no need to change anything, just noticing what it is for you. And then let the hands come into a mudra of your choice. You can bring your hands into chin mudra on your mat if you want. And we'll start with 3 Om, soft, gentle Om. Taking a smooth breath in. Lovely. And from that stillness, bring the palms of your hands together. Get your hands really nice and warm. We're going to cup the hands over our eyes, taking a smooth breath in and out. And again, rubbing the palms of the hands together, getting them really, really warm. This time, as you cup your hands over your eyes, look into the darkness. Allow the warmth to penetrate your eyes. And be re-energizing them. Any stress or tension you may have picked up throughout the day, feel that you can start to release that from the eyes. And then begin to blink them a few times as you move your hands away, getting used to the light. And give those hands a quick shake. Okay. Right, let's move straight into our necks. Then we're going to work into the arms. We're going to work a little into our legs, and then we're really going to work quite nicely into our upper body and shoulders this evening. So to start off with, draw the chin into the throat, tilting the head down on your exhalation. On your inhalation, you're going to bring your head back up. You're going to take your shoulders right up to your ears, and you're going to tilt your head back so you can feel your head resting on your lifted shoulders. And then as you breathe, you're going to turn your head a little from side to side so you can feel you massaging the base of the skull into the top of your shoulders. It should feel quite nice, especially if those top shoulders are feeling a little tight. Then bring your head back to the center. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Keep exhaling, draw the chin into the throat, tilting the head down. Feel the back of the neck lengthening. Inhale back to neutral. Take your shoulders right up to your ears. Tilt the head back, keeping the shoulders up. Stay in that position. Keep breathing naturally and easily as you move your head from side to side. We're going to be doing one more set. As you inhale, bring your head back to the center. Exhale, relax the shoulders. Draw the chin into the throat. Tilting the head down. Inhaling, the head comes back to neutral. The shoulders come up to your ears. Then the head tilts back. As you exhale, you're just allowing your head to rock a little from side to side. Taking as many breaths here as you need. Eventually, on an inhalation, bring your head back to the center. Exhaling, relax the shoulders, draw the chin into the throat, tilting the head down. And then end off bringing the head back up to neutral. Moving into side neck roll, kind of side movement. As you exhale, turn your head to the right, so you're looking over your right shoulder. Notice the pause at the end of your exhalation. Hold the movement. Inhale, come back to neutral. Pause at the end of your inhalation. And then exhale, turn your head to the right. Pause and then inhale back to the center. So I'm going to do twice more to each side, nice and slowly in your own time. Observing the natural pauses between the inhalations and the exhalations. And you'll find that the movement is going to pause in that position as well. Feel that as you work with pause, you can soften into the jaw, into the face. One last round to each side. Noticing the fullness of the breath on the inhalations and the release on the exhalation. Ending in the center. And again, once you've done that, draw the chin into the throat, tilt the head down. And then bring that head back up again. And take it into really big shoulder circles. So inhaling as you bring the shoulders forwards and up. Exhaling, taking them back down and around. Noticing if there are any cracks or creaks in the shoulders this evening. Changing direction other way. Oh, always such a lovely movement. And then from there, notice which leg is in front. If you're sitting cross-legged, extend the legs out, give them a little bit of a shake. And then cross your legs the other way. We're going to move into our thoracic area, so the upper chest area, slipping the fingertips onto the shoulders. Relax the shoulders, extend out through the elbows, breathe in smoothly. As you exhale, rotate the torso to the right. Pausing and then inhale back to neutral. And then exhale, twisting to the other side, to the left. You can let your head turn to the left as well if that feels comfortable. The inhalation brings you back to the center. And we continue moving dynamically, nice and slowly. Don't feel that you need to push or force your body to go into a deep twist. We are just starting to warm up the body and the sides of the body. Maybe a little bit of a rotation happening. Making this the last one. Once you've completed a set to your left, coming back to the center, reaching the arms right up, interlock the fingers, turn the palms of the hands up, reaching, and then release your right hand down into the ground and turn the palm of the left hand down and reach across. And you can bend your elbow, you can release the forearm right down to the mat if you want, whatever works for you, but feel that you can press down through that left sitting bone, rooting down through it, reaching across. You can look in the direction of that left armpit or into the crook of your elbow. Again, test your neck and see what works for you and see if you can find those 4 parts to the breath as you hold it here. Feeling the length, the growth, the expansion on the inhalation. Notice the pause after the inhalation. Notice the release with the exhalation. You can sink deeper down into the earth. Notice the pause after your exhalation. Slow, smooth breaths done with complete awareness. The inhalation brings you back up. Exhalation releases. Other side, breathing in, bringing that right arm up. Reach into the fingers, exhale, take yourself over, going as far as you feel comfortable. You can release the forearm down to the mat if it wants to go. And from there again, adjust so your neck feels comfortable. Relax into the face and the jaw and feel that you can focus on those 4 parts to the breath. Root and ground down through that right buttock. One more full, slow breath in and out. After that pause, after your exhalation, with the inhalation, bring yourself back up again. And exhale, release the arms. Walking the hands forwards. Come as far forwards as you feel comfortable with. If you want to just stay on your fingertips, you're welcome to be there. If you're happy to go down onto your forearms, do that. If you want to walk your hands all the way down and bring the forehead down to the ground, go ahead and do that. And again, when you're in that end position, whichever you choose this evening, feel that you can focus on the 4 parts of your breath. 2 full rounds of breathing. Really allowing yourself to let go and to sink down into the posture with that exhalation. Creating life, lightness and expansion of the inhalation. Releasing, letting go of the exhalation. After the pause on your exhalation with an inhalation, you then are going to come up when the time is right for you. Extending both legs out into the mat, taking a quick shake. And then we're going to come and lie on our backs. If you want, you can place a soft pillow under your head for now. Alrighty. And whatever movement you feel you need to do, please go ahead and do that. So that might mean you want to do a couple of pelvic tilts. It might mean a few rounds of your Apanasana. So we're transitioning from our seated position to a lying position, making sure that our backs can feel comfortable here. Lovely. When you are ready, bring your right knee to your chest and keep your left foot on the mat. As you inhale, you're going to straighten the arms, and as you exhale, bending your elbows. So we're doing a one-legged Apanasana. Inhale as you straighten your arms so that the leg can move away from you. Exhale as you bend your elbows, bringing your knee towards you. We'll start off with this right leg. We'll see how things go. We're going to extend that right leg up towards the ceiling and rotate the foot. Warming up the ankle joint. Rotate it the other way. Point and flex a few times. Super. Keep your foot pointed. Have the arms down alongside your body. On your inhalation, you're going to lower your right leg to the mat as you take your left arm up and overhead behind you. So we'll work diagonally through the body. Pause, let your leg hover off the mat. As you exhale, flex the foot, bring that leg back up and bring your left arm all the way down again. So as you inhale, you're pointing your toes, lowering your leg and taking your arm behind you. There's a pause at the end of your inhalation where you hold the posture, and then as you exhale, moving through that movement to your final point, pausing again, and doing 2 more rounds. Allowing a sense of openness on the inhalation and a sense of release on the exhalation. Okay. On your next exhalation, when that leg is up, let it stay there. We're going to slip the hands behind that hamstring. We're going to press into the heel. Catherine's going to be very grateful for this. And feel that you can press your heel up and allow that leg to sink down into your hip socket. So feel the hamstrings, back of the knee, the calf saying good evening. And if that leg is saying good evening, you're welcome to stay here. If you feel that you'd like to take it a little bit further, you can bend your elbows, drawing your leg towards you. And if you want, you can even walk your hands up that leg towards the ankle and drawing that leg back over your head. Just watch that you don't lift your buttocks completely off the mat as you do that. Feel that you can really ground down, have a nice stable pelvis, that you can extend and lengthen fully through that right leg. And then as and when that leg is ready to kind of move a little bit further, a little bit deeper, you're invited to do so. Again, noticing the 4 parts to the breath, holding it here for another full round of breathing. And then from there, on an exhalation, bend that right knee to your chest. Give it a good squeeze in and release it. Take a moment to compare how your right leg feels to the left. And then we do the same thing on the other side. Slipping the hands either behind your left leg or just onto your shin of the left leg. Inhale as the arms straighten, moving the knee away, the leg away. Exhale, bend your elbows, draw the leg in towards you. So allow that leg to be completely relaxed. The foot is not doing anything, the leg is not doing anything. It's just the hands gently guiding that movement. Easing into the hip, softening into the sacrum. And then when you're ready on an inhalation, extend that leg up towards the ceiling. Even if your knee is bent, it's fine, but just
feel that that upper leg is able to kind of sink down into your hip socket nicely and rotate into that left foot, working into the ankle joint, then the other way. Crack, 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 creak, 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 and then point and flex it a few times. Great, lengthen through that leg, pointing the toes up towards the ceiling, the arms are down alongside the body, the back of the neck is long, ground down through the right foot. And then as you inhale, release your left leg to the mat and take your right arm behind you. Flex that left foot, exhale, bring that leg up, bring the arm back down. Lovely. And again, 3 more rounds in your own time. When you do this movement and you're watching the full past your breath, also watch that you don't rock your torso from side to side. See if you can feel that you stay nice and stable. So the inhalation is lengthening, expanding, filling you with control. And as you exhale, there's a letting go, but it's letting go in a controlled manner. So we're not wobbling from side to side. There's a sense of stability within us. Right, so I think this is the last round. From there, we're going to hold the posture. You're going to press up into that heel. You can slip the hands behind the hamstrings and just hold on to it. You might want to work a little dynamically here, especially if that leg is feeling tight. And if you feel you just want to hold the posture, you can walk your hands up the back of that leg and draw it towards you. Try and keep the buttocks in the ground. Watch it doesn't lift up. You can even rub wherever the tightness is sitting for you this evening. Might be a little bit on the inner thigh or the hamstring. And after a full round of breathing again, an exhalation, bend that knee in and release. Great. Right, working both arms, both legs. Nice and simply, inhale as we open up, extending the legs up, taking the arms behind us. Exhaling, bending the knees and bringing the arms back down. If you find that it's too far a distance to move, bringing the feet to the ground, you can always just bring the knees to the chest instead. So see how your back feels. If your back is quite all right and it's feeling strong, you can just bend the knees and place the feet onto the ground with control. If your back isn't happy with that, bend your knees to your chest. Okay, noticing the pause at the end of your exhalation. The slow full inhalation where we expand into. The pause at the end of the inhalation where we hold posture. Exhaling where we release and let go. On your next inhalation, stay up in your posture into your candle. Hold it there. You're going to bring the arms down alongside the body. Let's point the toes up towards the ceiling. Feel that you can lengthen through the legs. And see if you can experience a sense of lightness as if you're being dangled from the ceiling by your feet. The inhalations, there's a lovely sense of expansion, lightness, softness in the face, softness in the chest and the collarbone. Feeling the fullness at the end of the inhalation. And a letting go of the exhalation where you really allow your back, the sacrum, to sink down into the ground. And then allowing kind of that emptiness, that stillness to just support you before you inhale again. Notice the pause at the next, after your next inhalation, and then with an exhalation, let your knees bend to your chest. You can do a few rounds of your Apanasana if you need to. So with that candle sequence, it's always lovely to move the blood and the lymph from the feet and the legs down into the hips and the pelvis. And then just to move everything to the heart so that we can then breathe it out and expel it, we're going to use Dviparapita, the little bridge. So if you've got a pillow under your head, move it to the side. We're going to work into the arms this evening as well. We're bringing the feet as close to your buttocks as you feel comfortable with. Start with the arms down alongside the body. Ground down firmly through those feet. As you inhale, feel that you can lift the buttocks. Working through the spine, draw the arms up overhead, keeping the chin tucked in. Exhaling slowly down. So remember that with Dviparapita, please don't turn your head from side to side. So if you need to see the movement or observe the movement, just have a look and watch 1 or 2 rounds, and then you can do them in your own time. So what you want to be careful of with this posture is that when you inhale and you lift up onto your highest point, that you don't move the head from side to side. You don't want to cause any unnecessary tension on those very delicate neck joints that we've got. And remember that if it doesn't feel right to work with the arms, then you can always leave the arms out. There we go. Feeling that the feet are rooted down. The next time you're up at your highest point, stay in that position. You're going to feel that you're able to press down through the feet. You're going to allow the hips and the pelvis to lift, the chest to open. Bring the arms all the way down alongside the body. You can always interlock the fingers underneath your buttocks. As you know, you can grab hold of your ankles, just press the hands flat down. Any version that works for you. But you're noticing how kind of the stagnant blood, the lymph, is now all able to drain from the knees, down through the hips, down through the torso, to the heart, to the lungs. Gentle chin lock with your chin drawn in as if you're looking towards the navel. Noticing how with the inhalations there's a lightness, you're lifting, you're coming a little higher. You're holding yourself there at the end of the inhalation. As you exhale, you're pressing down through the feet. You're grounding yourself a little bit more. You're pressing down through the arms. One more full round of breathing as you hold your posture. Allow the buttocks to engage, working those buttock muscles, the gluteals. When you're ready, you release your hands. And on an exhalation, begin to lower your spine all the way down. Once you've come all the way down, let the knees come to your chest. If you need to rock a little from side to side, please go ahead and do so. Circle the knees if that feels right. You can always do any version of your Apanasana. And you can choose to roll onto your right side to come up slowly, or you can swing yourself up. Lovely. And then we're going to get cracking into a little bit of a sequence for tonight. So onto all fours we come. It's going to get a little warm. I'm not sure how warm it is where you are, guys are, so I'm going to do the layer now already because I know this is going to be toasty in here. I've had to close all the doors and the windows because the crickets and everything are so loud outside. So we'll start with a couple of cat stretches, and as things progress, you can progress with the movement. If it gets too much, you just stick to the version that you are on that worked for you. So knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. Remember that on your inhalation, you're relaxing the abdomen, slide the shoulders away from your ears. And as you exhale, rounding your spine, tucking under your chin, tucking under your tailbone. Inhale as you hollow, opening up. And as you exhale, rounding. Here we go. Inhale as you hollow. This time as you exhale, take your buttocks to your heels, press back into an extended child pose. You can let the forehead come to the mat. Inhale as you slide forward, pressing up into your hands. Exhale, round your spine, take your buttocks to your heels. Lovely. Continue inhaling as you come forwards and up, and exhaling, rounding. Another round like this. And then from here, let's add in a little bit of a downward dog. So inhaling as you come forwards and up. Tuck under the toes. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, your downward facing dog. Inhale as you release back down onto your knees. Exhale, rounding. Super. So if that feels comfortable, keep going with that sequence. Lifting up as you inhale, tucking under the toes. Exhale, press up and back. Inhale, releasing back down, opening up the chest. Exhaling, rounding. Keeping breath smooth and light. Inhaling, coming back down. Exhaling, rounding. We're going to add in another posture after this next sequence. We're going to add in a little Ashtanga Namaskar in a moment. So from here, exhale, pushing. Inhale as you come forwards into a cat stretch. This time, as you exhale, we're going to bring the chest forward, bringing the chin down into your mat. So you're coming down into your little caterpillar, your 8 points. Inhale as you slide forwards into Bhujangasana. And then exhale, press up and back, all the way into Adho Mukha Svanasana, your downward facing dog. Inhaling, come back down into your knees, open your chest. Exhale into your child's pose. So that's one round. And we'll see if we can do a few more. So we inhale, coming forward. Exhale into Ashtanga Namaskar, your little caterpillar. Inhale as you slide forwards into Bhujangasana. Remember, no arms, checking that it's working for you. Then, as you exhale, press up and back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhaling back down onto all fours. Exhaling, rounding. Now on this one, see if you can focus on the sensation of the breath. The fullness of the inhalation, the pause, the slow exhalation, the pause at the end of the exhalation, the smooth inhalation, the pause at the end of the inhalation, transitioning into your downward dog. As you exhale, pause at the end of the exhalation, transitioning into your cat on your inhalation, pause at the end of your inhalation, exhaling into your child's pose. If you need to rest, rest. If you can do one more round, do one more round to the rhythm and the pace of your breath. And once you've completed, again, rest in the posture that works for you. So you might want to take it into a frog with the big toes together and your knees apart. You can bring the elbows out to the sides. You can slip your hands on your forehead. You can reach the arms out in front. You can always make fists of your hands if that's a little bit better for your head or your heart. Any posture where you can rest and relax into smooth, easy breath. And as the breath settles, walk your hands towards you slowly and curl. You can bring your neck and head up last. And if you need to lean back to drain the sinuses, go ahead and do so. So that little sequence should have warmed us up a little, the upper body as well as the legs and our backs.
And it's going to take us towards the sequence for kind of like our main posture that we're going to work with this evening. For that, it's going to be a variation of the dolphin. We've all done it before, maybe not for a while, but it'll kind of come back to you as we do it. So you're going to hold onto your upper arms just to see the distance that your elbows need to be apart. And then we're going to place the elbows onto the mat at that distance. We're going to kind of warm up into the movement, the posture. And from here, we're going to bring the hands into the mat and interlock the fingers. So when you do that today, there's a natural way that you interlock your fingers. Try and interlock them the more unnatural way. I'm doing that so that it's going to be a little easier for you a little later. So we're elbows onto the mat, interlocking the fingers, interlock them the way that feels a little less natural. Have the knees underneath your hips and your shoulders above your elbows. Notice what it feels like when you collapse into your lower back, and just feel that you're able to engage the abdominals, keeping them nice and strong. And then from here, as you inhale, bring your nose over your, I was going to say your toes, these aren't your toes, it's on your hand. Bring your nose over your hand. And then as you exhale, push back, and you can press all the way back, releasing the buttocks towards the heels. But as you inhale, coming forwards, bringing your nose past your hand, as you exhale, you can either bring yourself into neutral, or you can extend all the way back and open up into those armpits. A few more rounds dynamically, watching that you don't collapse into your lower back, so keep the abdominals engaged. Nice, strong arms pressing down through the elbows, down through the palms. Notice the inhalation, the pause at the end of your inhalation. The exhalation is slow. There's a letting go, there's a releasing. Noticing the pause at the end of your exhalation where you're holding the posture for a moment. Slow, mindful breaths, slow, mindful movements. On your next inhalation, when you are forwards, stay forwards. See if you can hold it. Press down through the elbows, press down through the forearms and hands. Engage the abdominals. Feel that you can kind of even lift the shoulder blades up a little. So as you press down, you're lifting up. Breathing happy, comfortably. When you're ready to release, release. Take the buttocks to your heels. If you want to fall forward into a child's pose, go ahead and do so. If you want to sit up onto your knees, you can do that. You need to release your wrists or your hands a little. Now you're always welcome to do that again, but if you're ready to go a little bit further, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to lift up into a downward facing dog. So if you need to observe a round or two, you can do that, and then I'll talk you through it again. So what we'll be doing is judging the elbows. This time I'm allowing you to interlock your fingers in a more comfortable way. And then from here, we're going to lift ourselves up into a downward dog. The knees can be bent. You don't have to have straight legs as long as your spine is nice and long. So you don't want to have straight legs and a rounded back. So rather keep the knees bent, get the buttocks high and the spine long. And then we move dynamically here again, where you find that you bring your nose past your hands, and then you're pushing down through the forearms and pushing up and back. Right, so that is going to be the movement. And now I'll talk you through it. For those who are already in it and doing it, continue, do about 4 to 6 rounds. For those who are going to do now, grab hold of the elbows, find the position, slip your hands into a comfortable position, shoulders over elbows, knees under hips, toes tucked under. Inhale, and as you exhale, lift up into your downward dog. Adjust your legs so that it feels comfortable. There we go. When you're ready, you can move yourself forward and then press up and back. I generally like to inhale as I come forward and then exhale as I push back.
But it really doesn't matter. If you feel that it's more comfortable breathing in another way, then you can do so. Pressing down through the elbows, pressing down through the forearms, nice strong arms. Once you've done your 4 to 6 rounds dynamically, we're going to hold it up. So you're going to lift the buttocks a little higher, you're going to press back, you're going to open up into the armpits, and you're going to try and allow your head to hang, looking in the direction of the navel. Think of pressing the armpits towards your navel as well. Feeling the shoulders working, shoulder blades spreading. Smooth, easy breath. Once you've held it for about 4 to 6 rounds of breathing, or however many works for you, come back down, make 2 fists of your hands and rest your forehead on your stacked hands. So working into a little bit of a supported inversion this evening. You know your inversion is always lovely to kind of bring the blood flow to the brain, heart, and re-energizing those centers. When you feel comfortable, balanced, and stable, you can then slowly uncurl out of your posture again. Leaning back if you need to. Super. You can stay sitting on your knees if it doesn't work for you. Cross legs is absolutely fine. And we're going to extend the right arm up. We're going to bend the elbow. Use your left hand to bring that elbow up a little bit higher and to slide the hand down. Now watch, if you're arching your back here, feel that you can draw your lower ribs back and feel that you can release back, tucking under the tailbone a little. And then just leading over to the side. Coming back to the center. Reaching both arms up. Exhale, release. And then we do the same thing on the other side. Inhaling, the arms lift. Bending an elbow, you can grab hold of it, lifting it up, sliding it back and down so that you can kind of tuck the tailbone under a little, lean back into yourself, draw the lower ribs back, lifting the chest, lifting the chin, smiling, and then leaning over to the side, opening up into the side body a little. In the arms and the shoulders, a bit of a stretch or release after all the work that they've been doing. Inhaling back to the center, exhale, release. Fingertips onto the shoulders, inhale, bring the elbows together and up. Exhale, back and around. And twice more in this direction. And then 3 circles the other way. Lovely. And then you'll sneak in a little twist. And then we'll head down onto our mat for our relaxation. So any twist that works for you. A nice gentle version, nothing too strong, nothing too hectic. So if you're happy, you can extend the legs out in front of you, keeping your right leg extended. You can or keeping your left leg extended, bringing your right knee up, drawing it across. You can wrap that left arm around your legs, bringing that right arm up, inhale, lift and lengthen, and as you exhale, rotate into a comfortable twist. You can keep that back arm straight, or you can bend the elbow behind you. You can look over that right shoulder, extend and lengthen through your left leg. Hold it here and breathe gently into a twist. So don't force the movement of posture. Allow it to be a cooling down twist. You're just gently releasing across the upper shoulders, the upper back area.
relax into the top of the shoulders. So with the dolphin and the dolphin variations, you'll find that we work the upper body quite a bit. So working the twists and taking the twist focus into the upper area of the torso will just help to release a little. Inhale, bring yourself up back to the center. Exhale, releasing. And then same thing other side. Extending and lengthening through that right leg, bending the left knee, either keeping it onto the inside or the outside of that leg. Wrapping that right arm around your left leg, left arm comes out in front. Breathe in, lift and lengthen. Exhale, twist into it. Comfortably with ease, either bending the elbow or placing the hand onto the mat behind you. Over that left shoulder. Press down through the left foot and lengthen and flex through your right. In the integrity of the spine. Smooth long inhalation. Observing the pauses. Slow exhalations where you can invite your body to go a little deeper into the twist. With an inhalation, your right arm can, the left arm can lift again, bring yourself back to the center. And letting go. Shaking up those legs. And then as a counter pose, any form of a forward bend, a very gentle forward bend. If you feel you want to go into your full Paschimottanasana, go ahead and do so. Otherwise, I'm going to just bend my knees and you can either slip your hands behind your legs, or if you feel you need to give yourself a bit of space, you can grab hold of your feet, or you can even fold your forearm. And what's quite nice is to be able to rest your forehead onto those folded arms. Whichever version works for you, because I'm going to be looking at the screen. I need to keep my head up and just hold onto the feet. That works quite nicely. Bringing balance back to the right and the left side of your spine. Right and the left side of your body. You'll be able to breathe in and lengthen. Breathing out, exhaling, letting go. And then very slowly walk your hands back up. If you need to lean back, to open up or drain your sinuses, go ahead and do that. And when you feel comfortable, you're getting yourself ready for relaxation. So just slip on any jerseys, socks, grab a pillow, switch off lights, grab a blanket, bolster for the legs, eye bag, whatever you have nearby or that you like to use, you can do that. I'll just switch off my light here so it's not as bright. There we go. And then I'm going to come a little bit closer so I don't have to shout. Great. Right, so I think you're all hopefully comfortable and ready there. And you're going to start off by lying comfortably, obviously. Just allowing your head to loll a little from side to side. Releasing any tension from the back of the neck, the head, shoulders. And then bringing the head back to the center. Get to dress comfortably in a nice and neutral position, and then make tight fists of your hands and reach your hands down towards your feet. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then as you exhale, relax and release. Soft arms, soft hands, relaxed fingers. And then flex your feet, tighten your thighs, tighten your buttocks. Squeeze, 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 squeeze as much as you feel necessary. And then as you exhale, relax and release. Soften the legs, soften the buttocks, soften your feet. Inhale deeply and allow your belly to rise. And then sigh the air out. Letting it go. Doing that again, inhaling, allow your belly to rise.
And sigh it out. Inhaling deeply. Breathe into your whole body this time. Everything expands. And then as you exhale, letting it all go, releasing completely. Allow your whole physical body to soften and to release. And move your attention right down to the soles of your feet. And imagine a lovely warmth at the soles of your feet, as if someone's just gently rubbing the palms of their hands together, creating heat, and then cupping the soles of your feet with their hands. And you can feel that lovely warmth traveling into your feet. And that warmth is relaxing your toes, your feet, and your ankles. As you inhale, you can feel that warmth traveling up your legs, relaxing the shins, the calves, relaxing the knees, the kneecaps, and the area behind your knee. Moving up and relaxing your upper leg, your thighs, your hamstrings, the inner and the outer thigh. As you inhale, that warmth moves up into your hips. With each exhalation, the hips and the pelvis relax and form. The warmth moves into the buttock. And it spirals all the way up your spine. Relaxes the buttock, the sacrum. Feeling softness in the lower back, mid back and upper back. Relaxing the right and the left shoulder blade. The right and the left shoulder. The warmth moving up to the front of the body, through the pelvis, through the abdomen, through the diaphragm, into the chest. Relaxing all the organs, the soft tissue, muscles along the way. Soft abdomen, relaxed chest, open heart. And feel the warmth traveling across the collarbone, your shoulders, and all the way down your arms, down to your hands and your fingers. Relaxing your upper arms, your elbows, your lower arms, your wrists, your hands, and each of your fingers. Your arms and your hands are completely relaxed. Feeling the softness in the throat and the neck. Allowing the warmth to travel up to your face, into your head. Relaxing your chin, your jaw, your mouth, your lips, your teeth, and your tongue. Relaxing your nose, your cheeks, and your ears. And even feeling that softness in the area behind your ears. Relaxing the eyes, the eyelids, and the eyebrows. The forehead and temples. The crown of your head and the skull. Your whole body completely. And in the state of relaxation, as you inhale, you're going to imagine your breath traveling from the tip of your tailbone all the way up to your third eye center, as if it's traveling up and through Sushumna Nadi, the central energy channel. The breath pauses there for a moment. The energy pauses there for a moment. And as you exhale, your awareness travels back down that central energy channel, down to the tip of your tailbone, to your Muladhara chakra. And again, your attention and the energy pauses there for the turning breath. So as you inhale, you're breathing up your spine, third eye center, pausing and exhaling down your spine, to the tip of your tail. Continue breathing up and down that imaginary line, like a small circuit for the next few breaths. Slow, steady, easy breath. Inhaling, filling, light, exhaling down, releasing, letting go. Doing one more circuit in your own time. And once you've exhaled and the attention is back down at the tip of the tailbone, notice how still both the body and the mind have become. Notice the stillness that you have created around you. Allow that sense of peace to radiate out from you. Thinking of 3 people you can send that sense of peace and love to right now. With those 3 people in your awareness, slowly start to breathe a little more deeply. Noticing the rise and fall of your chest. Allow the thumbs to then move along the fingertips, waking up your hands. Wiggle your toes, waking up your feet. And you can stretch your arms out behind you, yawning if you want to. Stretch diagonally through the body, right arm and left leg, left arm and right leg. Arms one way, legs the other. Take a nice deep breath in. And let it go. And you can hug your knees to your chest, giving them a good squeeze. You can always rock a little from side to side if you need to. Eventually just rolling onto your right side, giving your body a chance to lock in the energy. And if you feel you need to stay there for a little longer this evening, you're welcome to stay there. If you're ready to come up into a seated position, you can do that. We're going to end with our 3 arms again. So sitting in any comfortable position that works for you, or if you're lying on your side, you're welcome to stay there. Bring the hands into a mudra of your choice, and then taking a smooth full breath in. Om. Om Shanti. May you go in peace. Have a lovely, lovely evening, everyone. Thank you for joining in.
Thank you, Nina.